Good morning. Thank you for joining me today. We are going to do a roller set on the girl. We finally had time to do it. Honestly, I still don't want to do it, but I need to. I got to do it for myself. We've already washed and sort of pre-sectioned her hair. She's going to have a side part, as you can see. So we're going to pretty much stack it this way and kind of downwards. Maybe a swoop. I'm not promising you or myself anything yet. Oh, I am using Velcro rollers. They have different sizes. Let me see if I can't. So they have different sizes. And so basically what's going to happen, we're going to do the bigger, those pinks and greens up here on the top. And as I get towards the nape, I'm going to use those tighter rods, the blues and the purples. But it really just depends on your client, right? If they want big volume, you want the big rollers. If they want those tiny little curls, you're gonna want the smaller rods. Only go as wide as the rod itself, or I'm sorry, the roller, and as long as the roller. You don't want to overextend. Yes. You don't overdo it because pieces can fall out. It doesn't give an even curl bounce that you want. Same with perm rods, right? You want to make sure, even if you have to put more and make it a very tight fit. I don't know how some stylists do it, but they figure it out. You don't want extra or under hair, right? Clean sections. I don't have any clippers in here right now. Any clips in here right now. I should get another cup of coffee though. Yeah. So I don't have clips in here just because I don't want any dips in the hair right now. So we're just gonna try to do as cleanly as possible without it. All right, girly. I'm gonna take a piece here, kind of just knock that out the way. Understand exactly where that mark is. And normally your station should be much cleaner than a hotel room, but we work with what we got. And sometimes that's just a tray on a hotel table, doing the best we can. Alright. And I will do this multiple times because I want to make sure my shit's right. Over direct. Did I already say that? I don't know. Overreach, over direct. Something like that. Now I don't have a hood dryer, so she's gonna be sitting here all day long while I am out doing things. Get that hair smooth. Now, I am using a plastic rat tail, and it's not as skinny as it could be. So, should definitely always make sure you have the right tools. I don't know why I'm using this one, but I am. And I'm only over directing the bang line. Nope, that's still too wide. Okay. Because I want that extra volume up there. So that over direction forward is going to give me a little bit more oomph to work with. Stay right there for now. Okay. That's too over directed. And there's this little corner. Alright. Right about here. What about that should work? Remember, if it lands on the floor, it's contaminated. You know, Yuzi. No Yuzi. Okay. So there was still a little bit of extra, which, because it's the Velcro roller, I can kind of just work with it and take those pieces out. And so it kind of creates my Invisalign to work with. Alright. I'm visioning it. And that clip or that roller is gone. Alright, so gonna be about right there. And if you feel like it's so you see how we had pulled up there so we could really get on the hairline, and now it actually makes it easier. Please stay. Still too wide there. That's okay, right? It's practice. We're learning it. It takes time, right? It takes time. Don't think you're ever going to get it on the first go, and if you do, props to you, man, but don't shit on anyone who can't get it the first try. That helps nobody. So already we've covered the top of the head with just 2 rollers. I feel like I could have added a little bit extra one on that one, so I am going to come back in here. The skinniest of sections. Smooth that into the Velcro to hold it there. Typically, if you're using plastic rollers, you have the little clip or pins to stick in to help. I was always taught with clips. Let me see how it feels. Do I want the green on the sides? I kind of want the green on the sides. So again, I'm going to take the roller. I just stick it up to, and since it's Velcro, it actually helps. Just stick it where the hairline is, how I want. So like having it flat like this is going to create the curls to go downwards. If I want more of a swoop back, I'm going to angle it like this. I kind of almost want to, but I also kind of want to do an old fashioned at the same time, just to start with the foundations, then break the rules, right? Best thing to learn about art, or other things too. But, so, okay, so I'm going to mark it here, and I'm actually going to slide it because I don't know if you saw that. But if I were to put it at the hairline, there's going to be extra pieces that fall out there. So I actually want to make it go a little bit over the hairline, just a little bit. I'm just, like I said, I'm combing the hair. I'm not using out of the way. But without hair clips, I don't create the indents. And if we were to pull out here, Down here, it's bringing the hair downwards. It's under directing. Over direct creates volume. On level just creates neutral. And sometimes it is very hard. Sorry, I am having to get in the way. So then that way. Yeah. And this one actually, on the green roller, it was able to do a whole connect back down underneath, whereas on the pink ones, the hair length, because it was short, it didn't do a whole revolution cycle, right? Yeah, she's gonna have some frizzy hair at the end. That's okay. It is roller, and that's definitely another thing to keep an eye out. Is with Velcro rollers, you do get that frizz because it's Velcro, right? Whereas on a smooth plastic roller, you're not gonna get that frizz, the same kind of frizz, rather. And so, and here's that fun part where it's not quite even, right? I don't know if you can see it, but see how it's a very, you can't really make a roller fit in that spot that very well. And thus, we're going to go out just a little bit more. I'm going to do another one like this. Yeah, being a lefty when you're working sometimes is not the greatest thing. Many things here were designed for right-handed people because the left hand's the devil path. Baby, I can promise you, me being lefty had nothing to do with me getting onto the devil path. And so, yeah, see, there's some over direction of this piece right there, and I don't want that. Alright, you get to experience real-time complications, so always a plus. Come on, pieces, work with me here. Perhaps I will learn, probably not, to do it on another. Got it. Alright. And just some tiny little gel just kind of helps smack it down a little bit. Just to help smooth that down, I'm putting the gel on so that the little ends kind of sit better. Because I do wonder if maybe it's not holding because there's not enough gel in it. Just going to go back real quick and just lay it down. Just lay it down. And that also kind of keeps some pieces that might get in my way out of my way. All right. So, yeah, okay, that's attached to the other section. I thought it was part of the other section. So as you can see, we have the two here, we have the two here. I don't know what happened to her nose, but let's see from the other sides. And so we're just going to continue to do this around, all right? Catch you in a moment. All right. All right. So we did a bit more. So we did some blue on the side here. And I ended up putting a yellow in there to fill that gap that no other size would fill. All right. And I don't have many rollers. I'm hoping I have enough, or I just fucked up with my original design and I should have done more pink on top, but it's okay. It's okay. If I don't have enough, I can always go back with the curler rod when it's dry and do it that way, like the bottoms. But all right, I did redo a couple of the rollers because it just didn't work out with the quantity and sizing I had. But here we go. Some more over directed just because of how the head is shaped. But you definitely want to keep that down to minimum, although that does help with like volume and stuff, right? So versus being on, goddamn, on base. There you go. I knew I'd get it. Cosmetology 20 years ago will come back to me. But yeah, so we started with big up top and we just kind of rolled ourselves all the way to the bottom. And so I'm just gonna leave her, and when I come back later today, hopefully she will have been dried by then. Thank you so much, and we'll see the final result.